Hey everybody, welcome to BrickVault. Today we are entering the big circular world of Halo once again. From the designer Zeo, we have the custom LEGO minifigure scale Cyclops, specifically from Halo Wars and Halo Wars 2. Side note, it would be awesome if you could get this in Infinite or some other FPS game in the future. It's the smallest of the walking units for the UNSC, and by all measures, a fairly decent unit in the games where you can get it. The basic lore behind this vehicle is somewhat interesting. It was only originally designed without combat in mind, and the exoskeleton mech was a basic utility vehicle that eventually just got an autocannon slapped on its wrist and then thrown into the service. It's a solid custom LEGO model with plenty of features and fits right in with the rest of Zeo's creations. If you wanted to build one of these for yourself, the instructions can be found at our web store, brickvault.toys. Included with each purchase is the PDF step-by-step building guide, a digital parts list for quickly uploading and ordering all the pieces you will need. All of our models are built in real life and then tested for strength. The instructions are also tested so they are easy to follow along, and buying instructions is a great way to help support us and the talented people we work with, like Zeo, who has built the Warthog, the Scorpion, the Falcon, and the Saber. Plus, he has also made a lot of Mario-themed builds and a big line of dogs as well, plus some mechs from '86 and the Dune Ornithopter. Click that link in the description below if you would like to get started. And now let's take a closer look at the Cyclops. The big challenge with any kind of walking mech in LEGO is weight and balance. The bigger and beefier a two-legged movable model is, the less stability in general that you're going to get. The articulating joint pieces you get in bricks can only do so much, and at a certain size, you're going to need to get creative with joint connection if you want a build at a bigger and bigger scale. This model hits that sweet spot where you don't really need special complicated joint builds or techniques, while still being able to move the model around and put it into different positions without much difficulty at all. Zeo's Mantis build is just a little bit bigger with slightly longer and thinner legs, and we felt it was necessary to have an extra support stand for this model, even though it could still technically hold its own. The Cyclops is just that much shorter with a slightly wider, more stable stance, so a stand really isn't necessary here. You can move the arms and single-sided autocannon around without upsetting the balance in any way. Plus, with a little messing around, the Cyclops can hit a pretty great looking walking/lunge pose. On occasion, when moving it around, one of the toes might pop off when you're messing with the build, but it's really no trouble at all to manipulate this mecha walker. Now, there is something fun here with the hand. You might think it's a fairly basic thing here with 3 fingers, but Zeo made the connections really strong, plus added another point of articulation here that you almost never see in an upscaled LEGO hand. The palm, in fact, is split and can open and close. This means you can really widen this section to fit a large object in it, or if you want, you can pinch the palm together and make a balled fist. It's a pretty decent, subtle addition to what is normally a fairly basic kind of build. And on top of that, it's especially strong, I think, compared to other robot hands I've encountered in the past. So far, I have not once yet broken off any of the fingers or any of the larger pieces around this area of the model. Now, outside of this, the final interactive feature here is for the cockpit. It's got a double clip, so it can open and close just a little bit easier. Tons of space for a pilot, and just darned accessible in general. It's always nice to have easy access for a cockpit on any kind of model, but it's especially nice when it comes to a walker, where you want to avoid adding weird pressure points whenever possible. This is certainly not the final time we are going to revisit the Halo universe in LEGO Bricks, and it's cool to get to see a model like this scaling with the rest of the builds that we have so far. Let me know what you think about this build in the comments below. My bet is some of you guys are going to want to create other custom additions to this model, like a flamethrower or something. Certainly wouldn't be against that at all. And anyways, this was a fun little video to put together. If you enjoy our content, feel free to like, subscribe, comment, or share. Let us know what types of other builds you would like to see in the future. Thank you so much for sticking around to the end, and we'll see you next time at BrickVault.